Emerging.
Hi and welcome back to Minecraft. So today we are going to be doing something really cool here that's roughly kind of challenging. Basically what it's doing, it's a message board. Now what this is going to do, it's going to give players like random messages just throughout time, so this is like useful if you're on a server. I mean, they do have plugins to do this, but you know, I took an extra step and built it in vanilla. It is pretty complicated though, but I'm going to just kind of show you guys how this works. So the first thing that I have right here is just a grass timer. So, you know, fastest redstone clock right here, set block air, set block, redstone block down, just there, destroy. So this block is actually being replaced super fast, but you just can't see it because it's so fast. So, you know, fastest clock, just constantly testing if the block relative to it, -4, so the block right there is dirt. Or if it's grass, and as you see it's dirt, and it was expecting a grass block, but when it does get a grass, so when the grass actually grows onto it, it's going to turn on. When it turns on, the first thing it's going to do is set the block back to dirt, so it can try to do it again, and then it's going to set the block right here to a redstone block. So what happens when that happens is it just sets it back to air right here, but then it hits these 6 ones, which each just activate comparators, which are going to put a comparator in each of these spaces, facing each direction, and yeah, whichever based on whichever. It looks like I have 2 redstone blocks in here. Several in here. Yeah, that's a little bit of an accident. So, let's... How many redstone blocks are in here? Oh, okay. All my stuff fell into a hopper, it looks like, so... That could have been really bad. So, let's just put 1 block into here. So we have this redstone clock. Sorry about that, guys. And basically, when it gets triggered, it's going to put all the repeaters here, and whichever one the comparator is in, that one's going to get triggered. So here's what happens when they get triggered. Well, first of all, this middle one gets triggered no matter what, and what it's doing, it is setting the block over here to a redstone block, which is just going to set a block back to air, and then replace everything with these, replace all the places where the comparator is just supposed to be with air, and then from there, it can just restart. But now here's where it gets different. These commands. Now these ones are all the same. It's just, or no, excuse me, we don't even need these anymore. That was something else I was trying to allow the player to like be able to use Enderdragons. As far as I have found, though, by the way, this does use Enderdragons, so it's not gonna work in a server where you plan on having Enderdragons, because it does summon Enderdragons and kill them. So that's actually what's going on. It is just executing at all the players the /summon command to summon an Enderdragon. Same block as the player, just height 0 with a custom name, like for example, like this video, or you know, like whatever message you want to send to your players. So the dragon's gonna spawn in. They're gonna see the name, and then after it puts a redstone block right there, it's just going to kill all the Enderdragons. So let's just. And since it is on a grass timer, it's going to be completely random when it goes off. It could be fairly common. It could not be very common at all. You could always just make a couple more of these if you want it to be more common. But let's just put the grass in here so you guys can see what happens. I'm just going to toggle it manually. As you see, it says this is a sentence. Not I'm sure if I spell that right. And then it's here for a second, and it should disappear in just a second. I'll go ahead and do this. Not sure why it hasn't disappeared. Okay, there we go. So it looks like the Enderdragon just spawned in so late, or I'm getting a little bit of lag on my computer right now. So do that. Okay, yeah, as you see, it just ran the grass clock twice, so it's kind of being a little bit buggy. It's usually not this bad, guys. I'm really sorry about this, but I think it could just be because I'm messing with it manually. But either way. So let's see another message here. It says, "Can you read?" And I believe that I can read because I read that sentence. So let's try it one more time. See what other messages we get. Now playing on the blank Minecraft server. So like I said, if you want to just do advertisements or whatever for your server, you can put that up there. It stays up there for a little bit of time after the dragon dies, so you have that going for you, so the player can see the message for like maybe 10 seconds, and then they will like disappear. So let's put it up there again. and youtube.com/realitysucks to see awesomeness. And let's try one more time. This is a sentence. Yep. So like I said, it's gonna be random whenever this goes off. Random message every once in a while. But yeah, that's basically how all this works. Now I'm gonna admit this is pretty big of a handful to and pretty difficult to recreate. So I'm gonna see if I can include a schematic for you guys to download and pop into your worlds. If you guys want this, you guys can just change these. If you want to change the name, you just change it right here, and it'll do it for you. But yeah, that's all I really got for you guys. So that's custom messages in Minecraft. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to see more. This is only possible in the 1.8 snapshots, so the snapshots or 1.8 or higher. So make sure you're doing that because it does use execute command and things like that. So it's not going to work on bucket servers just yet, but which is also another helpful feature because I mean you could do this with plugins on bucket, but since it hasn't come out for 1.8 yet, you can't unless you do something like this. But yeah, guys, so that's all we got for this video, really. Thank you so much for watching. That's really all I have for you guys. So I will see you guys next time.
Emerging.